Today we begin with former congressional candidate from Maryland. Look who's back with us, Kim Klacik. Hey, Kim, it's great to see you. What was your reaction when you saw Facebook censoring around the world stories about the real estate shopping spree by the anti-capitalist co-founder of Black Lives Matters? That's Patrisse Cullors. 4 homes worth more than $3 million. What do you say?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you so much for having me back, Liz. But you know what? I'm not shocked and I'm not surprised. We knew that Black Lives Matter was taking in over $90 million in donations. And just a few months ago, local chapters did speak up and said they have not seen any of the money hit black communities across the country. So I'm not shocked about it. But guess what? This is the only country in the world where racism can make you a millionaire. Racism in 2021 is just a racket. It's a race hustle. It's been going on for many years, and to keep it alive keeps these people in business, and that's why we continue to hear about it. You know, we heard from Michael Brown's father in Ferguson, Missouri. If everyone recalls, it was the hands up, don't shoot incident, and there was lots of riots and looting that happened following that, incited by Black Lives Matter, and those businesses that were looted, they lost their livelihoods, all while Patrisse, the founder of BLM, was becoming a millionaire.
Yeah, insurance studies show that Black Lives Matter and Antifa riots created at least $2 billion in damages across the country over the riots last spring. 30 people dead in those riots. Now, Cullors out with new statements that she's saying she bought the 4 homes for more than $3 million, and saying that it does not run counter to her Marxist principles because her family uses them. But it's a community using them. Because, you know, we're not being facetious. Black Lives Matter's founding documents say it takes a community to raise a child. So, you know, she's saying it's okay that, you know, I have this real estate, my family's using them.
Yeah, well, she's like a self-proclaimed Marxist, and this is capitalism through and through. But yeah, she could have used that millions of dollars to help build black communities that are raising black children, but she chose to basically pay a mortgage in a white community. You know, the one house that she bought in Malibu, California, the black population's at 0.04%. So of course, you know, she doesn't live by her own standards. But again, I'm not shocked. As we saw, that story was censored, as you talked about earlier, Liz. And people have to understand, when Twitter suspended President Trump, when they suspended James O'Keefe and many other conservatives, you know, you have to understand that there are people behind the scenes that are working with these social media gurus, and unfortunately, we, the people, are left out of that.
Yeah, let's go through the property. She is looking in the Bahamas. Justin Timberlake, Tiger Woods have homes there. The report is those homes are valued $5 million, $20 million. A 4th home, she's looking at property reportedly there. Georgia, custom ranch, more than 3 acres, private airplane hangar. But you know what, Kim, what also is going on? Black Lives Matters is denouncing the stories as, quote, terror by white supremacists, when the head of New York City's Black Lives Matter, 10 other BLM chapters calling, you know, saying, where's the money going? As you point out, $90 million. How is it being spent? They say that the resources are not being used here of the nonprofit. The question is, look at the expense line. Is money going out the door through the expense line item? It's only the IRS that regulates nonprofits.
Yeah, well, I'm really glad that this is being investigated. You know, I run a nonprofit myself, and you have to have your books clean and clear and ready for anyone to look at them at any point in time. And so I'm glad that they're being investigated for this. But you know what? This is where Americans have to ask themselves, you know, why are we allowing groups like this to really take advantage of the media and the everyday media cycle? You know, these are things that we should not be paying this much attention to. You know, I travel this country all the time, Liz, and I don't see this racism that we hear about every single day on television.
We hear you. Let's listen to Patrisse Cullors saying capitalism is worse than COVID-19. Watch.
While the COVID-19 and the illness is tragic, what's more tragic is capitalism.
Did capitalism kill nearly 600,000 people?
Not that I recall. No, not at all. You know, but this is the kind of inflammatory things that people like Patrisse say, and this gets people fired up. And so, of course, we hear all the time about COVID-19, and it is a dangerous virus. And I think that, you know, across this country, we've been taking care of it by getting the vaccine and everything that we need. But she has to own up to what she's talking about. You know, she talks about socialism, but I don't see where she's been given back to the community at all.
Kim Klasik, it's great always to have you on. Good to see you. Come back soon. Look who's here, Fox News contributor Marc Thiessen. Marc, I love your columns. You're a great writer. Marc, you know, Patrice, it's good to see you.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Patrice Cullors is also saying, you know, when, you know, about the Black Lives Matters chapters saying, where's the money going? She said, quote, we're not a charity, and, quote, they can apply for federal grants. What do you think of that comment?
Well, you know what? This is what the media used to be all about, which is investigations of corruption. I mean, this is literally why we have a free press, why our founders wanted us to have a free press, so that you could look into these kinds of things. And now you have big tech companies where when someone goes out and tries to investigate this, like the New York Post, big tech comes in and with their big foot and their exaggerated power that they have today and stomps them out. So, you know, we don't know what the situation is. We don't know whether she's done anything corrupt or whether everything's on the up and up. But that's why we have a media, to look into these things and to investigate things and allow us to have a transparency. That's what separates us from communist China, where, you know, where the lack of transparency resulted in a pandemic that's taken, as you said, almost 600,000 American lives. We need transparency, more transparency. And the trend right now is in the opposite direction.
You know what's so weird is that, you know, so Facebook and Twitter are trying to censor the story. We know that they censor the Hunter Biden laptop story, that the FBI has been investigating also that laptop since 2018. But, you know, at the same time they're doing this, they're allowing posts on their platform showing the personal home addresses of public officials like Senators Josh Hawley and Mitch McConnell. And they're allowing on their platform, you know, abusive rulers from countries like Afghanistan and politicians from Afghanistan, Iraq, and Latin America to harass opponents and mislead people in their countries. So these guys are allowing that on their platforms but censoring the other stuff. How do you square that?
You don't. I mean, and the Ayatollah Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran, who tweets out anti-Semitic tweets on a regular basis, he's perfectly fine. I mean, look, we're seeing a convergence here of two different troubling trends. One, which is media bias, and the other is big tech censorship. And Americans are very concerned about both of these. There was the January poll that found that 56% of Americans believed, this is a quote, journalists and reporters are purposely trying to mislead people by saying things they know are false or gross exaggerations. That is, a majority of Americans believe that the media intentionally feeds them false information. And then a Pew poll last year found 73% of Americans believe that social media sites intentionally censor political viewpoints they find objectionable. So this is a convergence of two things, where the media, which is supposed to be our watchdog, which is supposed to be our neutral arbiter, is not doing its job. And then when someone in the media does try to do their job and does try to investigate and does try to expose corruption and enforce transparency, then big tech comes down and censors them because they don't like the outcome.
Yeah, well, that's what's going on. We're going to stay in this story. By the way, James O'Keefe, again with Harmy Dillon, suing Twitter. Twitter permanently blacklists James O'Keefe after his CNN expose showing a CNN executive saying CNN, yes, is about, quote, propaganda. Your quick final word on that.
And that's a convergence of the two issues, right? So what he did was expose media bias, and big tech came in and censored him for exposing media bias. So it's like the worst of both worlds. He exposed the fact that a CNN producer said that they're engaged in propaganda, and then Twitter knocked him off of their platform for doing that.
Wow, we need a reset in the political national conversation. Marc Thiessen, and you're good at that. It's great to see you. Come back soon. Coming up.